to speak. So, Hare Krishna to all the Prabhujis and Matajis. Please accept my respectful obeisances and all glories to Srila Prabhupada. So, we will discuss uh, the importance of Japa by using the acronym Japa. Okay, and whatever I'm going to say, like it is heard from all the senior devotees, Srila Prabhupada, different acharyas, and Maharaj. So the message originally was correct, but if I make something wrong in communicating, kindly forgive me, and we can discuss it during the question and answer session also. So the very first word is J, right, in the Japa. So J stands for Janmashtami, and Janmashtami is coming about a month from now. So one of the senior uh, devotee recently was mentioning that about Janmashtami means the Lord appears, right? And then we all engage ourselves into different services. But Janmashtami is the day when is one day in the year when the Lord appears and we dedicatedly engage ourselves. But Krishna, through his holy name, is giving us the opportunity where uh, he with Srimati Radharani dances on our tongue without looking at our qualification, and they manifest. And then, like we do engage, this question may come next. Janmashtami means we are running here, there, so many services, and we are engaging all our senses. What about Japa? How do we engage our uh, multiple senses? Then the answer of this can be when we do Japa, we speak through tongue, right? We chant through tongue, we hear through ears, our hands are touching the beads, right, in the Japamala. And then when Krishna enters our through our ears, Parvishta Karna Randrena, right, 2.8.5. Then Krishna sits on our heart, and then Vidunoti Sur Satam 1.2.17. Vidunoti means very विशेष रूप से धोना. Dhona means cleaning. Vidunoti, Krishna cleanses everything. So we'll try to take one acronym and one related shloka, whichever we can, just to help us to recall it later. So J stands for Janmashtami, and Srila Sanatana Goswami Pad in Brad Bhagavatamrita mentions Jayati Jayati Namananda Rupam Murarer Viramit Nij Dharma Dhyana Puja Diyatnam Kathamapi Sakradatam Muktidam Praninam Yat Paramamamritamekam Jivanam Bhushanam Me. Jayati, Jayati, all glories, Namananda Rupam Murarir. To the holy name, who is known different than the Lord, right? Abhinatva Nama Namino. So all glories to the holy name. Viramit Nij Dharma Dhyana Puja Diyatnam. Viramit means viram, stop. Even if we pause, stop, Nij Dharma, all our Varnashrama duties. Virmit Nij Dharma, Dhyan, any kind of meditation, Pujadi, any kind of worship, Yatnam, etc., etc., everything else. Okay. Katham api sakradatam muktidam praninam yat. Katham, chanting once. Sakrad, once, just once. Okay. For example, uh, assume somebody has never done Alom Vilom, right? So Sakrad, once, ever, not done before. Today did once. So literally once. Sakrad means once. So, uh, and then he can stop any kind of other kinds of worship, but just chants Kathamapi Sakrad Muktidam Prani Namyat. So, chanting what? Holy name of one, Mukunda. What is Mukunda? The fountainhead of the liberation. Muktidam Prani Namyat. And then, mm, if we have any doubt, did I do the right thing? Right? Then, like Krishna says, Sarva Dharman Parityaja, don't worry. Similarly, his devotees, pure devotees like Sanatana Goswami Pad, he's saying, Paramam Amritam Ekam Jivanam Bhushanam Me. This is my life and soul. Okay. So, so just chanting once can have so much of effect. Then, Kamutte Nyay in Sanskrit means if doing something once has so much benefit, why should we not do it again and again? Right. So this is J. Next is A, right? Japa. So A stands for Adarat Anudinam. Srila Rupa Goswami mentions in Nectar of Instruction, seventh verse. So we should be chanting with respect and Anudinam every day. So His Holiness Jananivas Prabhu. So he is known for his great taste in chanting. It has been approved by many, and all Maharajs are great, right? But Maharaj is particularly known for his great taste in chanting. So His Holiness Radhana Swami Maharaj has also approved it in multiple discussions, lectures. So then Janivas Prabhu was approached, like, what is the secret? And then he also mentions Adrat Anudinam. So the related shloka for this is Ayur Harti Vai Pumsam Udden Astanchayas Asahu Tasyarte Chano Nita Uttam Shloka Vartaya. So our age, right? Our Ayu is decreasing every single moment. Every time when the sun rises and sun sets, our no matter what, our age is reduced by one day. One very senior sannyasi in ISKCON says that for a devotee, that death is nothing but the change of service. So devotee does not need to worry. If you are doing service X, Janmashtami, right? Different branches, different departments, Japa stall, preaching stall, and Jolan stall, and so many stalls. So if one devotee has got one service in one stall 1 year, why would he mind doing service in some other stall next time? I mean, just an example, because Janmashtami is coming. So for devotee, death is nothing but the change of service. Because in Kevalastakam, Nilakanta Goswami also tells, right? Nishwase nahi vishwaso. We don't know whether the next breath will come or not. Our age is going every single moment. So we should chant. We should chant as if it is our last day. Okay? And that is the secret. If we do Adrat with respect, how do we do with respect? By attentively hearing. Srila Prabhupada translates the word Adrat in multiple places as carefully, submissively hearing. Adrat does not mean we will take a lamp and incense stick and then, yeah, that is one method of showing our respect to the Lordship. But if we have the meaning of Adrat in our heart, as always carrying the lamp and bell, no. Practically, when we do it, Prabhupada tells submissively, attentively hearing. Okay? His Holiness Radha Swami Maharaj mentions and that attention to minute details is the symptom of love. See, those boring subjects in our schools and colleges, when we repeatedly again and again heard them minutely, had put us into the illusion of having great love for those subjects, right? We all were there. I like this subject. I like this chapter. I want to go make my career into this chapter. Why? Because we have minutely heard about that. So when something had no taste, has given us the illusion of taste, again Kamutenai. Name of the Lord has unlimited taste. And then when we try to pay little respect, right? Taste is there, right? Taste was not there, we still could see it. Now is there, and it is there in abundance, right? Ocean. Then what can be our great fortune if we do that? Anudana means every single day. Next letter is P. P is for Prithu Maharaj. And one great thing about Prithu Maharaj is I heard it from our teacher, Srimad Bhagavatam teacher, His Grace from Shivadan Prabhuji. So he was mentioning that one great thing about Prithu Maharaj is when he had that conflict with Indra, who wanted to stop him from by doing the 100th sacrifice. Then Brahmaji came and requested Prithu Maharaj to stop the 100th sacrifice. And there was no second shloka. There are about 10 to 12 chapters in the fourth canto about Prithu Maharaj. But Brahmaji telling Prithu Maharaj not to do next 100th sacrifice, out of 10 to 12 chapters, there is no second shloka where Brahmaji has to convince him even more. Or Prithu Maharaj said, but why did he do it? I did not want to become Indra. Okay. There is no such second shloka in the Bhagavatam. So with this, the Lord becomes very happy. And he comes and tells, I am personally impressed with your character. Okay. So now Prithu Maharaj gets uh, because he followed the instruction of Brahmaji so nicely without any argument. Lord gave him the darshan, and then um, then when the Lord gives the darshan, so he's asking for like 10,000 years, like Rupa Goswami asked for 100,000 years, right? So that he can experience that and he can do some justice with the amount of nectar that the holy name has. So once again, uh, here also from Prithu Maharaj example also we can learn that when we accept the instruction of the spiritual master close to our heart, then it attracts the most merciful Lord. If someone says chanting 99% of my spiritual progress depends on the chanting. So let me start doing 64 rounds of chanting. No, no, no. No, that is not the way. We can do more chanting. Again, there are like if it is not impacting our the other services, right? There are so many examples. One disciple of Srila Prabhupada wanted to do 64 rounds of chanting in Mayapur, and Srila Prabhupada said, no, it's not required. And then he said, no, I still want to do it. And then that devotee was found to be filling petrol in the petrol pump after some days, disappeared. So, what is the connection? Connection is following the instruction of the spiritual master close to our heart is the secret of success. Once again, Jananivas Prabhuji was told by Srila Prabhupada that if you are not busy in the service, I mean, he is the head pujari. He and the Pangajangiri Prabhu, right? who is now physically not no more there. So they were given the seva of deity worship 50 years back. And since then, every single day, no other thought, deity worship. And then the instruction of Prabhupada was to attend Bhagavatam whenever he is not engaged in service at that point in time. And then, since that day, Prabhuji goes to Bhagavatam class with his Bhagavatam, and irrespective of who is giving the class, he is attending it every day. And even he is asked, Prabhu, you know it. And then why you still need? So he said it is the instruction of spiritual master by Srila Prabhupada. So the crux of everything is by our any endeavor, if we can attract the mercy of the Lord, then that is the essence of everything. Okay. So we have to attract his divine grace. Once we get that his divine grace, I mean the attraction of his divine grace, then our objective of being in Krishna consciousness is achieved. The moment we know why we are doing what we are doing, it solves millions of doubts and our mistakes, which probably we could do otherwise. We just have to remind ourselves why we are doing what we are doing every single day, every single moment. Okay. So for us, uh, by saying his divine grace, it's Lord's grace. But then in the purport of 1.2.17, it is mentioned that when we try to, the best method to attract the service, the attraction of the Lord is to serve the spiritual master. And when we serve the spiritual master, then Lord rearranges. Lord makes sure that thing happens because it has been told by his pure devotee. Okay. So if there is one thing in entire this session, if there is one word that we want to take away, then that word is Srila Prabhupada, his divine grace, because both are related. Both are not same. Both are uniformly related, because attracting Srila Prabhupada's attention is equal to attracting Lord's mercy. No difference. Even if it was not going to happen, it will happen. Many devotees, when Srila Prabhupada, I think His Holiness Bhakti Bhagavad Swami Maharaj was mentioning in his class when he came to AECA Center, right, this year. So he was mentioning that was in his book, Dancing White Elephant, when Prabhupada came first time to India, then many devotees wanted to show their hands because some astrologer had come. And astrologer told, yeah, you will go to Krishna after one birth, after two birth, maybe after that. And then they all came to Srila Prabhupada, and Prabhupada asked Prabhupada, he said that we may not be able to go to Krishna in this life. So Prabhupada said, when you clap in the Arti, in the Kirtan, then all the lines that you have in your hands, they change. Krishna changes them. So because Prabhupada is saying, so it is it is bound to happen. One of the disciple of Srila Prabhupada asked, Prabhupada, by chanting 16 rounds, will we really go back to Godhead? And Prabhupada had the stick in his hand and he put that firmly on the ground. He said, do you think I have come here to cheat you? Prabhupada had only one mission. And when we see his devotees following Prabhupada's instruction, then that gives us the conviction that it is not theoretical, it is possible. Okay. So otherwise, what will happen? Shloka for P is Punarapi Jananam, Punarapi Maranam, Punarapi Janani Jatare Shainam, Iha Samsare Bahudustare, Kirpaya Apare, Pahi Murare. Otherwise, we will be struggling into that 10 by 10-inch room where we cannot survive for 9 minutes. If someone puts us into a small area, small room, right? Womb basically, I'm referring the womb of the mother. 84 lakh species is not a number. Every single breath in every single life that we are spending outside and especially inside, it is hell. Stool, worms. The experience starts from there itself, right? It becomes more gross as we come outside and we see it. But it starts very much from there. It's not a very good situation to be in. If someone says that if I remember that experience, I will never do it. And Prabhupada mentions in his purport. So I am reminding you in the Bhagavatam. We may have this question, right? I don't remember. Maybe if I remember, I will be able to do it very nicely. Prabhupada says, you take care. I'm reminding you in the Bhagavatam. Then you correct yourself. Okay. Uh, Now the last word, Japa, right? We have done J Janmashtami, right? First J is Janmashtami, then A Adrat Anudinam, P Prithu Maharaj, last A. A stands for austerity. Okay. Prabhupada says that we must do some austerity in this life. Human life is meant for austerity. It is not for bhoga. It is not for sense gratification. How? I like gulab jamun. So take 10. And then when 11th is offered, no, I cannot take. I will die. Then somehow 11th is gone inside. 12th, 13th. If you really like if you really like the gulab jamun, we should be able to honor it in the form of prasadam as much as it comes. But no, that is not possible. But if someone says, uh, do 16 rounds, okay, yes, done. Now, can you do 17th also? We will not say, I will die. Yeah, what is the harm? Okay, I can do. More? Yes. In fact, this is one gulab jamun where the hunger increases more as we have it more. In our schools, we would have learned that inverse proportion and direct proportion, right? If and we can apply that here. If someone was really so okay, the journey starts from people say I like chicken. Then why do you kill them? That is the very very gross and very very obvious example, right? With the mercy of devotees, Srila Prabhupada. Now we have somewhat risen up from that gross platform. Okay, those gross mistake we don't do, but uh, if we like eating, if we like sleeping, right? Sleep for 5 days together. Take leave from office, Janmashtami, or not, sorry, take any other time, take 5 days leave, and then sleep for 5 days. No, that is not possible. On the prasadam for 2 hours continuously. No, that is not possible because we know there is a limit. But chanting, as we do more, we want to do it more. That is a real direct relationship. It is enough of being in the inverse proportion, inverse relationship, right? I want to do it, but I cannot do it. I want, but I don't want, right? 21st Gulab Jamun, impossible. Okay. Then about austerity, we are almost done. Uh, if someone says, again, I'm repeating the words of all our seniors, Sadhu prabhuji, he was mentioning. So if we say that if I have the taste in chanting, I will do it like never before. Okay. Then Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur in Madhure Kandamani says that uh, when we want to do, if I have taste is called ruchi. Okay. And in the 9 stages of devotional service, it starts from, uh, as mentioned by Rupa Goswami in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, Sadhu Sangha, right? Shraddha, Sadhu Sangha, Bhajan Kriya. Then Anarth Nivritti, then Nishtha, and then Ruchi. What we want Ruchi. Taste means Ruchi. So we forget that before Ruchi, it is Nishtha. And what is Nishtha? Nishtha means having firm faith. Having firm faith, even when we don't like to do it, doing it. That is the definition of austerity, right? And then when we are doing something as our duty, what is the impetus? Impetus is because it has been told by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada, if he is telling, then there is no doubt. I am not able to follow. I want to follow. Just having the desire that I want to follow is purifying. It does not mean that we should stop there. Okay. So, Nishtha brings us in the sattva, and we continue as a matter of duty. And then, if uh, if someone says that class is over and then now you have gulab jamun, second example of gulab jamun in today's class. So, will it be any austerity to say, can you please honor prasadam after the class? No, this is what we were waiting for. We wanted, right? So there is no austerity involved, and that is ruchi. The same taste that we have for gulab jamun after the class, okay, where we don't have to because we want to do it now. Then that will come because Krishna is ready to give us the ruchi. He is there. He wants us to give it more than what we want to take. Okay. So first comes the steadiness and then the taste will follow. And the related shloka for this is Akama Sarva Kamo Va Moksha Kama Udaradihi Tivrena Bhakti Yogena. Tivrena Bhakti Yogena. Tivra. Yajete Purusham Param. So we have one keyword which I was trying to emphasize is Tivrena, strong faith. Okay. If we have the strong faith, yes, we advance in bhakti. And why should we do it? Prabhupada has mentioned. No more points required after that. Still, if we need, because we are learning, then if someone gives us 1,000 rupees for one round, okay, we have to ask this question to ourselves. 1,000 rupees for one round. I don't know when we will stop chanting because he'll say 16 rounds, only 16,000. No, let me chant more. One name of the Lord we discussed in the beginning, and then a second proof 6.2.910. Those slokas are together. 6.2.910 is how much our abominable life we have lived. But now, if we are chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. When we chant, Lord says, now I have to do something for him. And he's saying it out of love. Reasons for why we should be doing it. Tivrena. Okay. Again, His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj says, benedictions exceeds expectation. We have no idea. 1,000 rupees. Now we can expect easily, right? I mean, we are saying, why I'm saying expect beyond the expectation? Something which we can count, right? 1,000 means, okay, I will get 1 lakh. Expectation means decide your maximum upper limit. Okay. And then the benedictions exceeds expectation. Beyond that, beyond what we can imagine. 1,000 rupees is very easy to imagine. Imagine something which is really an expectation, and then the benediction will be above that. Okay. So if there is one word, I'll just quickly revise. Japa. J stands for Janmashtami. A for Janmashtami means we have to Lord will be happily ready to chant on our tongue every time when we chant. And then we discussed Jaiti Jaiti, shloka of Rasanatan Goswami. A stands for Adrat Anudinam. And we don't know when is our Nishwase Nahi Vishwasa. And Ayurharti Vaipum Sam shloka we discussed. And we also discussed that attention to minute detail is the symptom of love. P. Prithu Maharaj. And we discussed the example of how he followed the instruction of Brahmaji and which pleased the Lord. He wanted to have 10,000 years. And then we discussed the example of Jananivas Prabhuji, who wanted to, uh, who attends Bhagavatam class every single day without missing because it was the instruction. Okay. So when the instruction is close to us, Krishna is close to us and his divine grace. And then A stands for austerity, and we discussed about Madhure Kadambani, and Nistha is the prerequisite for taste. We want taste, it is right there, but next step. And we discussed the shloka Akama Sarva Kamova, 1,000 rupees example we discussed, and benediction succeeds expectation. So at the end, if there is one word which can be taken, that one word is His divine grace. If we do anything, just thinking, just thinking, not doing, not doing, just thinking, will it please Srila Prabhupada? That thought saves us from 10,000 different mistakes that we are going to do otherwise. Okay. So, and if we can take two words, then that Tivrena is the second word. If we please Srila Prabhupada, Tivrena is right, following itself, but just to keep ourselves remaining. Thank you, Parojis and Matajis. Sorry, I took little 3 minutes more. And with this, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Thanks a lot, Prabhuji and Matajis, for your association. Yes, Prabhu.
Thank you, Prabhuji, for such a wonderful and nectarian talk. We enjoyed the entire session, actually. This acronym is very nice, Prabhuji, Japa, especially during Janmashtami time. The first letter is Janmashtami, and yes, we also highlighted how we have to take the instruction of our spiritual master seriously, and then our faith increases, and our devotional service we can grow like anything. So yeah, that point I like it, Prabhuji. Yeah, and also when we do the japa as an austerity, yeah, the definition of austerity you have given, that is also very nice, bro. If you like the thing, if you are doing something that we like, then we may not call it as austerity. But if you don't want to do it, but still we are doing it, as someone like spiritual master told, right? That is austerity. If you take these words, his instruction as life and soul, definitely is going to give the results. And you mentioned that benedictions exceed the expectations. This holiness Radhanath Swami. This is wonderful, Prabhuji. I like his comments. And you have given a lot of scriptural references also, Prabhuji. So many references from Bhagavatam. I will definitely go back and check the purports and things like that to relish more. Yeah. Thank you very much. Now the floor is open for questions, Prabhuji. We will take if anyone has questions. They can mute themselves and they can ask, or they can put their questions in the chat window. I see Desh Deen Bandhu Prabhuji unmuted. Hare Krishna Prabhuji, you have a question?
No, Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Question means the same. This I think first thank you for to Sadhu Sevan Prabhuji for this wonderful I think morning nectarian and pleasing japa talk. So I think this is a wonderful start we can have on a very regular basis. So it will that the Tivrena he told it will come from this. That will accelerate that path. That strong faith we will get with these type of nectarian lectures. When we hear, we get more. So Sadhu Prabhu, just I think you answered my question with doing this japa, since I am increasing my japa rounds. So sometimes it happens that my mind goes here and there. So now you said that you have to keep continuing, whether you are, if you are not able to do also, you have to keep continuing. That Nistha, I think that Nistha is, that answer came to my question with that only. With Nistha I have to do, Ruchi will come, Ruchi will follow. The taste will follow. So I was getting, the taste I was getting in the 4 rounds, I was not able to get in the 10 rounds, just to, I have to finish 10 rounds because, time constraint, we have to manage it. Just started the 10 rounds. So, but I got the answer from your talk itself. So that's why I told this type of talks are on regular basis, it will really help us in uh, getting that strong faith, Tivrena thing. Na? And of course, last one, the most important, benedictions exceeds our expectations. Live example. I have that. So I have, but I've experienced that. I have already experienced that in my very strong, short life. So thank you, Prabhuji, for this lecture, Prabhu. Thank you very much. It was very, very wonderful and very enriching for us. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Prabhuji. So this line, this reference, Tivrena Bhakti Yogena, was told by a senior sannyasi when he was in his last days of the life. And the question asked was how do especially the question was for householders, because they have so many other responsibilities also. How will they achieve the Lord in this life? So this verse with the emphasis on Tivrena was quoted by that senior sannyasi to answer that question, Prabhu. So Tivrena is that's why second important word that we should take. Thank you, Prabhu. Next.
Is there any other questions? Okay, there are some comments in chat window, Prabhuji. So, Abhijit Jana Prabhu, thank you for the wonderful session, Prabhuji, and the wonderful acronym Hare Krishna. Kapil Gupta Prabhuji told, wonderful association with Sadhu Sevan Prabhu. Prabhu, how you have developed so humbleness over years? He's asking. Maybe if you can give some tips, like we can also develop that humbleness, Prabhuji.
Okay. So thank you, Prabhuji, for encouraging with your kind words. And then his Jiva Goswami tells in Bhakti Sandarbha that in Kali Yuga, it is very easy to be humble because we anyway have no quality. So, yeah, Prabhu. So it answers. So no quality will automatically make us, Prabhu, how can we do this? How we do it? Asking others. And then that makes us humble automatically, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much, Prabhuji. If there are no other questions, I think we can end the session. Thanks for your time, Prabhuji. His Grace Sadhu Sevan Prabhuji ki Jai.
Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam, Prabhuji.
Thanks a lot, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.